All right, so we're going, just trying to find a place to Digimine. What are you,
Ah,
what are
hi.
you doing here?
I came here to see how the Wanderer is doing.
Is that what I am now? Oh no, not a criminal anymore, eh? Just a
I
wanderer.
mean, you broke the rules. You have to live with the consequences.
This this is too much. I understand consequences, but you gotta understand that I did what I thought was I thought what I was doing was right. I still think what I did was right. I saved those
Doing what's
people.
right. Doing what's right. Interjecting with the timeline, ruining that of which is sacred. You think that's doing what's right? Messing it up, causing a chain reaction that can alter the history, the time itself, and weave it into something so convoluted that even you can't be able to comprehend.
I understand what you're saying. I have had many a year to think about this since you left, since you dropped me off here and said goodbye. And I think to a degree I understand what you're saying, but if we just allow time to remain set in stone, to never to like what you're saying is that the idea of like not changing anything, of letting everything stay the same, is more important than saving lives and helping people.
Blasphemy, because you got to look at it like this. Time itself is something you don't mess with. If you mess with time, you can ruin more people's lives, change the outcome of the future, make it to where they can't even exist anymore, or have kids, or even have their whole entire future stolen in the snap of the fingers. But alas, you did something that wasn't meant to be. You broke the rule that wasn't supposed to be.
And in the same situation, I would do it again. Because, well, yeah, I did break your rules. You and your silly little council, I broke your rules. And I did it willingly. And like I said before, I'd do it again. And you know why? Because in my eyes, the way I see things, what matters more than the grand like tapestry of time and the different like levels of the void and all of these things that we've known and we've come to understand, what transcends all of that is just life. Do you know how many people die every single moment that passes in the multiverse? An infinite amount. And well,
But you also have to understand something else. You shouldn't let yourself become the villain that is foretold in the prophecies, the villain foretold in every single storybook that is read to kids. Nothing as sacred as something might be, as making the sacrifice to save those. You also have to look at what that sacrifice might carry. You may never know who you might be affecting. Anything, and I mean anything, can be changed at the moment of interjecting with the timeline itself.
you know, the prophecies I do know of those villains that were foretold with the hybrid and all of the other grave dangers that the Void Walkers warned us of since we were children. But the way I see it, I don't see those guys as villains. I see the Void Walkers being afraid of one thing, and that thing is change. You guys, you want to know what I was exiled for? I was exiled for change. Do you know what thousands of like different people before me have been exiled for? Change. The multiverse shouldn't just be like binary. It shouldn't just be, oh, this is right and this is wrong. Okay, that this is like what is right is the way things are naturally, but they don't have to be that way. We possess the power and the knowledge to change these things, to make reality better. And I'm not just saying making reality the way we want it to be. I'm saying making reality overall better for everyone. There are people out there who don't have to die. There are civilizations that didn't have to be destroyed. Diseases might come through and wipe out entire planets. And we can stop that.
You also have to look at it like this. If you take away war, if you take away alcohol, drugs, slavery, every negative connotation that is put in place in the universe, what would that universe be? It wouldn't be nothing. It wouldn't have the hardships that would take those to strive to become the best version of themselves. It wouldn't have the concept of what it means to go through an actual hardship, to go through failure to bring yourself back. Like in the Old Testament, of one of the concepts of a religion once said, when Cain had killed Abel, he was cursed with immortality to walk the earth for all eternity. Same thing with Prometheus when he gave man fire. You messed with the timeline, you are stuck here until you learned what you have done was not acceptable whatsoever. Goodbye.
It doesn't have to be this way. You were my mentor, Paradox. It didn't have to be like this. It could have been better. It could have been different. You've made your choice. It's about time I made mine. Yeah. Well, we're doing a bit of a different format for this one because why not? I'd like to mix things up. That was Paradox. Yeah, he's a bit of an interesting folk, but I can't really explain anything about him without explaining some stuff about myself first. So let's start from the top. Hi, my name is Sisyphus, but that wasn't always my name. I used to go by another name. I don't actually remember what it was because I kind of lost the name in the crash. You know, blunt force trauma, all that. Fun times. But I kind of lost my name, so Sisyphus is what I go by now. But that's not always what I was known by because I wasn't always stuck on Mars or Ceres or whatever. I wasn't even stuck in this universe. I used to be a Void Walker. Technically, I still am. Just I've lost the title. You see, Void Walkers are kind of like universal police guys. They're time cops. They're the guys from Rick and Morty. You don't screw with time. You know, that's us. We're Void Walkers. Or like the TVA from Loki, if you guys have seen that. Kind of like that too. Walkers are an interesting species. You see, long ago we were just like any other. Before we discovered time travel, and then very later on we discovered the way to move about the multiverse. Before abruptly leaving it all together and setting up our own little thing outside, because you know why the hell not? Because we're high and mighty. At least that's what everyone else seems to believe. You see, I'm not just kind of any Void Walker. I am a different Void Walker. I am a Void Walker who advocates for change, so basically I'm the equivalent of a flat earther. You see, most Void Walkers, for some reason, are underneath and born into the notion that time must always be the way that it is naturally. I don't know why, but they don't believe in changing the timeline at all. Even for the better of all, like everyone who lives in the multiverse. Which I kind of firmly disagree with. I believe that if you have the ability to do something, you should go do it. And so if we have the ability to make people's lives better, we should go be doing that. Because you see, throughout the multiverse, inquantifiable amount of people die. It's awful. There's disease and war and anxiety and all these different mental illnesses and things that plague the lives of all the denizens of the multiverse. And you see, we can change all that. But I'm basically the only Void Walker who actually agrees with that sentiment. I can't tell you why, but nobody else seems to agree with me on that. So the reason all this is important is because it all ties back into my conversation. Paradox is one of the many Void Walkers who believe that the multiverse, the timeline is sacred and should be left alone. But him and I used to be the greatest of friends. Well, at least from my view, we were. I guess he was kind of my mentor, a father figure in a way, an older brother, something like that. I don't really know if our relationship is easy to put into like a context like that, but that was then and this is now, and things are all different. He's different, I'm different, and you know, that's fine. But the thing is, the reason all this is important, the reason I bring it all up is because if anybody was going to listen to me, if anybody was going to talk to me about this, about my beliefs about the multiverse, it would have been Paradox. The fact that he won't even listen to me, tells me one thing and one thing only, that if I try and talk to any of the other Voidwalkers, they're not going to listen to me. So, if I want them to listen to me, I'm going to have to come up with a plan. Henceforth, this operation shall be known as Sisyphus' Super Ultra Mega Plan to save the universe and everyone in it. Let's get going. So, step 1. We're going to need some kind of means to fix the multiverse. I say the easiest way is a TARDIS. So we're going to need a TARDIS. That's step 1. Okay, actually, now that I'm thinking about that, how the hell are we supposed to get a TARDIS? What? Who are you? Bro. It's simple. No, this is my job. Dude, just shut up. Okay. I'm sorry. Just go. Okay, screw him. Easy plan. We have a TARDIS already. Super easy. We're just gonna fix the TARDIS we already have. So, get me here, go. Okay, so I know what you're saying, Sisyphus. If it's so easy to fix TARDIS, then why haven't you done it already? And the answer to that is actually quite simple. Voidwalkers aren't letting me. They have a bunch of stupid security protocols in place, preventing the TARDIS from repairing itself, and ergo from me repairing it, so that I literally can't just do that and leave. But we don't like the Voidwalkers, so we're gonna figure out a way to get around it. Which I already have a plan for, believe it or not, because I'm so handsome and smart and confident and just cool all around. So, here's the plan. TARDIS has many safety protocols in it, preventing itself from doing certain actions or performing certain actions in the event of an absolute catastrophe. So, we're going to cause an absolute catastrophe. How are we going to do that? We are going to dump a shit ton of energy straight into the TARDIS engines right at the moment of takeoff, causing the TARDIS's engines to rupture and kind of rupturing a hole in the space-time continuum, which could probably almost definitely tear the universe out. But it's fine, because the TARDIS won't let that happen. You see, even though the security protocols are pretty high up on the priority, safety protocols are even higher up on the priority list, which means if we try and destroy the TARDIS, therefore the universe, the TARDIS is going to be like, hey, no, we're programmed not to let that happen, because then, like, you will kill everybody inside of this universe, and the Voidwalkers won't let us do that. So, it's going to disable the security protocol, or the safety protocols are going to take priority, and then it's going to repair the engines, and take off, and try and burn all the excess energy we have dumped inside the engines, in order to hopefully prevent itself from blowing up. So, with that in mind, we now have to find a really large source of energy, which is really difficult because the source of energy we have in the TARDIS isn't enough, and it's already massive! So, here's the plan. We're gonna get an Infinity Stone, because I don't know what else could generate that much of energy. It's literally, we need something infinite. So, Infinity Stone. Are we gonna do that? Well, we don't have one of our own. It's not realistic to try and get one without the TARDIS. So, we have basically one option, and that's to try and use the Infinity Stone of somebody who already has one. So, let's go down the quick list here. We have, Blaze, hates our guts. Mary, never going to agree to this plan. And Vitamix, who, for the right payment, probably would. So, yeah, we're gonna go ask Vitamix for help. That's the plan. Talk time over. Let's go do it. Go team! So, I brought you here because I wanted to discuss a deal. I have heard things. I know that you've heard things about Voidwalkers and my people, and I'm just letting you know I've heard things about you as well. I know you guys want Infinity Stones, and I, with very little help from you, can help you get one. Because you see, I don't want to be trapped here anymore. I have a device out hidden somewhere that will allow me to go home and allow me to go places I need. But in order to, it's currently damaged, and in order to fix it, I'm going to need it you possess in the form of an Infinity Stone of your own. So here's the basic proposition I'm offering you. In exchange for a temporary, like, you just letting me, you let me use the Tesseract to fix my device. Here's what I'm willing to offer.
I'm willing to listen, man.
Shut up for 2 seconds, would you? Okay, here's a better deal for you. Instead of just any Infinity Stone, I am willing to give you instead. I'm willing to get you the Time Stone, which is easily by far the most difficult to get because the Voidwalkers have specifically locked that one up because civilizations that get it in the past have somehow gotten into interdimensional travel. They always somehow end up getting it. So I'm willing to get you this thing. It is a stone that you would literally be incapable of getting without my ship. Without a TARDIS, you would be physically incapable of getting it. Without some.
Well, you see, under that condition, that sounds like a good deal.
And in
Now,
exchange,
I still need
want...
some type of assurance.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm willing to offer as assurance. Both of my TARDIS keys. With these keys, I won't be able to leave. I won't be able to lock the TARDIS. I won't be able to. Well, actually, technically, I could. It'd be more difficult to lock the TARDIS, and I won't be able to summon it once it's fixed without those.
Okay.
And then once I hand you the Time Stone, you can hand over those keys.
Yeah, I mean that sounds good to me. If you like literally can't leave without these, and like once the deal's over, I can give them back. That sounds like a lot of assurance to me.
All right. So deal's a deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
And we gotta shake on it too.
Why?
I mean, you want to do this right now? We could literally do it right now.
Wait, we can do this right now.
Straight up, like the plan I have.
You're telling
would
me
take
you can
about
get me the
30.
Time Stone right now?
I need the TARDIS fixed first, and I can't leave without it anyways. So, but
So the Time Stone is somewhere in the world?
It currently exists. Yes.
This ain't happening. Do you,
All right,
like,
guys,
get
let's
the
go on
stone?
profit. We got
Yo,
this.
guys, let's go on profit. Let's do it.
All right, I'm willing to do this right now. You
Right
can give me
now?
the stone. I can. I'll let you use the blue stone.
The blue stone. Yo, do we know which one that is? It's just a blue stone, guys.
It's the space stone.
It's blue.
Obviously. That guy
It's
is a massive crater.
Nah, it's made out of snow.
Alright, guys. Just give it a second. Oh. Whoa, what the? Yo, whoa, what just happened? Oh. I'm not even gonna ask.
Dude, nice
I don't even know
elevator.
what just happened. The server's lagging bad right now.
Your video, bro.
Anyways, I'm just gonna cut it out. Alright.
Guys, where did this blue box come from?
Oh my goodness, guys, look at the TARDIS. Yo, isn't this look so cool? Oh my goodness. I just
Oh my
walk into it.
goodness.
Just walk into the
Oh my
lock and
goodness.
it'll let you in.
I can't walk into it. Oh, there we go.
A synced police box. That sounds cool.
My God. It's bigger than the inside. No way.
Bro, dude, you should just cue the entire Peter Capaldi like that.
My grasp of the universal constants of physical reality has been changed. Forever. I've always wanted to see that done properly.
This thing is cool. There's a bunch of controls.
Oh yeah, I built the console myself. Like actually, the pre-built, the pre-generated one looked like crap, so I made this. Actually,
I need one of these.
I read. Yeah, you don't get any funny ideas. You die of starvation just trying to find the light switch. Okay, so
Dude, the
here's what we're
in-canon
gonna do.
reason for how I built the Syncotrix is like I was trying to build the Omnitrix, and then I accidentally made a
Made it
Syncotrix.
you actually made it 5 better.
Yeah, man.
That's just how good of an engineer Rizmo is.
Yeah,
He tried to make
okay.
he just tried to make an Omnitrix and made it 5 better on accident.
Right,
Okay,
attack
man.
him.
If I unsit him though, oh,
That's what it is.
you apparently have the most annoying
I'm
sound
sorry!
effects. Good boy. Yeah, the same thing happened to Limbo. he doesn't ever go around K9 anymore.
Bro, my
Otherwise-
NPCS actually will load it.
Oh, that's not a server issue. It's because you can't open any inventories when you're in the TARDIS unless I give you permission to. You should be able to now.
Bruh,
So that wasn't a server lag
that's
issue.
so cringe.
I could
Why is that a thing?
theoretically just it prevent you from ever opening up your thing. Alright, just place it up here. You didn't crouch
What?
first.
I right clicked it.
You didn't crouch first. Crouch and right. Try crouching and right clicking. Okay. And now we're gonna. Okay, so. Okay, I think everything looks good over here. 3, 2, 1.